This car hasn't turned on since literally last year, so we're gonna see if the battery's shot or not.
It turns on.
Welcome back to another very exciting episode of Modded Motors. I'm sure you guys are thinking, what the hell happened to these guys?
we didn't die.
We were gone for like 100 days. We have a good explanation, but before we get into that, I know you guys are dying to see the car.
Yeah.
Because I was dying to see the car. And so we're gonna show you the car.
That I wouldn't last. You are the answer to questions that I didn't know my soul was asking. My time's been wasted searching for.
First, let's explain why we've been gone. As you guys can clearly see, the car was sent off to paint in, I believe, January. My time may be off.
Yeah.
We didn't really get the car to deliver till like February. Delira, our paint guy, is just extremely booked because he does a really good job, as you guys can tell. So you know, there is that. We haven't had the car. We just got the car. The second you're seeing this, yeah, we just got the car yesterday.
Yeah, literally.
At 2 o'clock in the morning. So that's part of the big reason why we haven't posted any content. We could have filmed stuff with the Stelvio. We could have filmed some other stuff. But the reality for us is we just had our son. January really spent time. It was my last month off of work. I just spent time, you know, with my son and enjoying my family. February, I had to get back to work. We have an audit. It's a lot of stuff, so I had to be focused at work. And March, I don't have a good excuse, guys. We just didn't.
We're tired.
We're tired. You know, we've been working on the business modded Weare, which we'll get into and talk about. But I really want to get into some of the details of the car, so I'm going to show you the car. Before anybody jumps on me, I saw that our channel was being talked about in a WhatsApp group of this is not an OEM spec, this is not a Koshi kit, this is not, you know, a top of the line kit. You guys have seen on this channel, we went through the extreme of buying everything OEM for this car. And for those of you who are new here, I'm going to try to explain it. We did everything OEM because that's what people wanted to see before we got onto the scene. Nobody knew if the QV fender would fit. Nobody knew if the QV hood will fit. Nobody knew if X, Y, and Z. So what we did for the channel was we went and go put a whole bunch of OEM. Everything was bought from Alfissimo, brand new from the factory. We dropped it on the car. We got everything to work. We got everything color matched. It was great. It was fantastic. The next version was, what's the cheap GTAm route? And nobody wanted to buy anything from China, and it's sketchy. We simplified the process on our website, which is moddedweare.com, that you guys can buy all the pieces that you guys see here. But what we also did was we were the first people to fork out our money to see if this kit would fit. I think there's some differences about the kit that I'm going to talk about from, obviously, for the real QV, or I'm sorry, the real GTAm conversion versus our kit, which we already talked about a little bit in the past, but there's almost 1,000 new subscribers. The fenders are carbon. I went ahead and half painted them. You guys can see that they're painted. I know I probably need a detail. They're painted, but I left this portion, like the Koshi inserts, I left this portion open. I don't know if I'm digging this, to be honest. I've already talked to Delira about painting this and just color matching. The difference between this and the QV fender, they weigh exactly the same. This carbon one from the aluminum one, identical weight. This just has an exaggerated vent like the GTAm, if you will. This fender does not extend the 50 millimeters, nor does that front bumper. This fits stock body lines. But I want to also explain everything about the car and all the details that went into it. So we left this little portion of it carbon to show you guys, hey, it's carbon. I am contemplating painting the head. I'll be honest, I don't really like it. I'm gonna paint it. But again, you guys can help me decide because your guys' opinion heavily weighs on this channel. Yeah. Front bumper. Does not extend 50 millimeters. If you want to run a Koshi, Paris 5, any one of those kits, you need fenders and the front bumper to run it. With this kit that we have, you can run it with stock fenders, you can run it with QV fenders, you can run it with a stock front bumper, 2.0 QV bumper, whatever which way that you guys want to flip and switch it, you can run it that way. So the reason that we went with the stock form is, one, this is a GTAm replica. But no, we are not claiming that this is a GTAm. No, we're not claiming that this is even a QV. We're just doing it for the aesthetic appeal, to show you guys what you can do. You guys paid for this in kit in its entirety, and you guys paid for a lot of stuff that happens on this channel. So this was more so to see how it looked. Personally, for me, I think it came out really good. The front bumper looks really good in a stock form, meaning not extended 50 millimeters. There's some differences in the vents that you guys will see from Koshi to ours. Like, ours doesn't have the big vent that goes to the QV. This is specifically made for 2.0s. So if you're a 2.0 owner and you want a kit, this would probably be the better option than going with something else. You can go still with, you know, the Koshi or Paris 5, but you also have to think of some other factors, like the lip not being attached, how you're going to attach it, and some other things, right? So this works for 2.0s really well. The fitment, a lot of people ask about the fitment on the front bumper. We got it to fit, pretty much lines up. There's maybe a little bit over which we could have fixed. Lines up perfectly. The fenders, I'm going to show you guys before anybody calls me crazy. This is the fender line from the aftermarket hood. If you run a stock hood, your fender line would be even better. No gapping, no real gapping, obviously a little bit, but nothing that's worse than OEM. That takes you all the way up. I'm not crazy, okay? Also, okay, we're not crazy. It fits pretty well.
Yeah. We've gotten a lot of comments about it. That's why we wanted to show you.
Well, we said, the people said, you know, there may be gapping with Chinese kits. Yeah. There's a lot of complaints that I saw, not just on our channel, but like just on the forums in general, talking about Chinese this and this and that, and they're not going to fit right, and it's junk and blah, 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 blah. Okay. Most JDM kits, China. Okay. If you're talking about the Koshi kit, I'm sorry, if you're talking about the Paris 5 kit, that's fiberglass too. They have a carbon option, but that's fiberglass too. There's nothing wrong with fiberglass. It's gonna hold up, and these carbon pieces are actually carbon. It's fine for what you want to do with it. It looks, there's no difference in the paint coloring. There's no difference in the paint coloring. Everything is fine. You guys can run this. It's okay. Not the end of the world. My advice to you guys is, do not let anybody on the internet dictate your build, because if we did that, we would not have our QV replica or this replica. Running OEM badges, and I think they came out really good. I think leaving the silver turned out better than having it color match like carbon. I think that was too much carbon overkill, to be honest, and this kind of makes it pop out and stand out, like kind of like OEM, if you will. Last thing that we upgraded was OEM QV side skirts. I know we talked about it. We didn't really talk about it too much, but we have the ones that aren't just stick-on. These are full bolt-in OEM pieces. We'll eventually be doing Koshi or Paris 5 for that. Diffuser. We are running no diffuser. Still empty. We had a QV rear bumper that was painted, and we will be running either Alfisimo's Paris 5, one of them, their diffuser. Why aren't we running it now? Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's really expensive, and if you guys want a hybrid turbo or the diffuser, you got to pick one or the other, and I think I know what your answer is going to be. Yeah, for real. So we're going that route. Yeah. We were going to do something special on the trunk. We were going to have it skinned in carbon and painted. Does that feel like too much carbon for you guys? The only reason we didn't do it was because we were running out of time and we needed to post the video, and it was going to take a few more days, and I didn't want to do that. But what do you guys think about skinning the trunk, putting in carbon? Really, that was the last thing that we're waiting on. That delayed us like 2 weeks. Kid you not. We will not be extending the fenders with the over flare kit. I think the stock body does just fine on its own. Again, lots of questions about what wrap are you guys using. If you're new to the channel, this is not a wrap. This is a full paint job. You guys can see my doors are painted. Everything was stripped down and painted. This is for real? We're committed to this color.
For life.
You know, it doesn't mean we won't change it in the future, but we're pretty committed here on what we did. Yeah, so we stripped the whole car down and we had it completely resprayed. Nissan Midnight Purple is what we had it resprayed. And yeah, so the whole thing, everything color matched was paint as well. This is not a wrap. Yeah. You know, just transparently, guys, you guys have been supporting us like stupid crazy. Yes. And we can't say how appreciative we are, how thankful we are. You know, over this last 3 months, this last quarter of the year, you know, we've been overwhelmed with new products and stuff on the Modern Weare website, and you guys have just been blip, 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 and it's been great. In big news, if you guys haven't been following Modern Weare, you guys should be following Modern Weare. We have GTAm replica badges I'll put up here on the screen that we are now selling. We are selling those for $50 shipped. They're all located here in the United States. We're out of stock right now, so we're restocking because you guys sold us out, which is really cool. In other news, if you guys did not see, we purchased C12 Performance. We bought the whole company. You guys, when we posted this, we got about 11,000 views on this product. Yep. You guys said, we love it, but it was a little too expensive. We heard your complaints. We actually asked a ton of you guys what you guys thought about us buying it. Maybe about 10% of you guys said wasn't worth it. Other of you guys said you loved it. At the end of the day, we didn't want to lose the product because Peter, the owner, shout out to Peter, really nice guy. Obviously, he sent us out one when we first were debuting the product. He was going to close up shop forever, and these were never going to be reproduced. And, you know, we didn't want that to go away, so we bought the whole company.
Now it's ours.
Now the company's ours. And we have the manufacturer, and we're going to create more of them. The biggest thing that you guys were complaining about was price. We now have these at $350 when they used to be listed for $369 plus shipping. This is now listed for $350 with shipping included. Once we have all the inventory sold, we are going to try to find a cheaper manufacturer to get our price down to offer you guys eventually a lower price. But the price that we paid for these so far for now, we have to keep them at the $350 price point for now. Last thing we're offering on here, we haven't installed it here. We're going to do a whole nother video about installing it, but we have the strut bars for sale. Again, another thing you guys complained about was price points. So we went out, found a distributor for pretty much the exact same style. We offered it on our website. It's now being sold under Modern Weare. We're listing at $250 with shipping included. So if you guys are catching a trend, we are trying to offer stuff that's already on the market for a faster or cheaper option. We're just trying to help the community out, really, is what we're at. Yeah. And hopefully you guys can understand that. Some of you guys are like, well, I can find that for $299. Well, then go buy it for $299. I'm here to honestly say, if you guys can find other products for a cheaper price, go out and get it. I'm trying to offer for the mass population better options, safer options, cheaper options, and hopefully you guys can appreciate that. Yeah. That's all we've been trying to do for the community. Yes, it's a business. There is still profit in there, but I don't think it's the margins that you guys maybe expect. And I think every single person at this point that has ordered from Modern Weare has probably gotten some discount or a free pen or a free item,
a free t-shirt,
stuff that we're trying to throw in there. We're just really trying to give back to you guys. And again, no other website is giving out, you know, free accessories, free tunes, free OEM carbon fiber mirror caps, and as of today, the carbon fiber mirror cap drawing that we had, it's still technically out paint. We're going to get them from paint tomorrow, but the carbon fiber mirror cap giveaway from buying on Modern Weare ends as soon as this video goes live. Yeah. So there is no more purchasing. We did not sell out of the pens, but Jesus Christ, we sold out of so many other things that we just decided to cancel it. And we figured the people that ordered, you know, there were some pretty big orders in there. We're extremely thankful. We wanted to close it out and give back to you guys. So yeah. Last news, we will be in Pennsylvania on May 11th. Alfa Romeo Owners Club of PA has invited us out. If you guys are in the East Coast and you guys want to see us and meet us, our car will not be there, unfortunately, because it's going to cost too much money to send it out there. But we in person will be there, and we're going to vlog the whole experience and meet a lot of you guys. I know a lot of you guys are excited. And so we're going to put down the description if you were in that area or want to get to that area to come and meet us up, because we're not ever really in the East Coast.
Yeah, it's our first time.
First time. We're still on the fence. Eric from Alpha Mods may be there with us. We're still trying to find that out. Hopefully he comes. But me and Crystal will be there. So
we'll be there.
so much content that we have for you guys.
Yeah.
We have shifters and showing you guys how to do your own shifter. We have the Android unit for the display coming. We have a hybrid turbo maybe possibly coming.
No, we shouldn't tell them.
Oh, okay. We don't have a hybrid.
I mean, we do, but like
we don't have anything in the works. Nothing. But we have a lot of cool stuff coming. So the channel isn't dead. Hopefully that's not the vibe we're giving off.
Well, I mean, to be fair, we were gone.
We're gone for months. I mean, yeah. I think we lost maybe a subscriber in that time. Shout out to almost 1,000 new subscribers. Like, can't even comprehend that. Really cool. We have a lot of stuff. We're not the best, most, you know, consistent YouTubers, right? We're trying our best.
Yeah.
Understand, we get paid a good amount of money. Not a lot of money. I still have to work a job. Wife doesn't work. You know, kids don't work, but we still have children or parents. I have a demanding job that I know it may not seem like I do, but I do in the background. So on top of running the business and stuff, bear with us. It's a lot to kind of consume and navigate. And, you know, I never claim to be the best content creator. I just try to be the best I can be every day.
Wow, very inspirational.
Thank you. I try. Truly appreciate you guys. I know you guys have a ton of ideas for videos. Drop them down in the comments. Help us out.
Yes.
We love you guys. We appreciate you guys. We will see you in the next video, which will not be 3 months ago. We'll see you in the next one.